Hello and welcome to the first in our series of webinars introducing BI4Dynamics to the UK. Today I'll give an overview of the solution and then hand over to Mladen, our CEO, to show some of the key features and benefits while utilising both Power BI and Excel as front-end tools. BI4Dynamics is a true warehouse solution built exclusively for Microsoft Dynamics AX and NAV, giving a complete BI solution that is both easy to deploy and delivers more than 30% more content than our competitors. This is delivered by using data warehouse architecture on the Microsoft stack, allowing for the flexibility to install using Express, Standard and Enterprise SQL Server. It is a mature product with a long-term roadmap, and all product updates are included as part of the maintenance program, meaning that you are always on the latest version. Unlike many other analytics solutions offered by our competitors, we are not limited because you have an older version of Dynamics. BI4Dynamics supports all versions of AX and NAV from version 3 upwards, allowing for true analytics with advanced calculations, allowing users to drill down to the document level all in one easy-to-access location. In addition to this, the solution also supports multi-language implementations, multi-currency, multi-databases, and multiple companies, all in the cost of a single license. This makes it an all-in-one business intelligence solution. BI4Dynamics currently has over 800 companies using the solutions across 70 countries and has a true global presence, with many well-known brands trusting us to deliver analytics for them. As part of the standard solution, Power BI mobile and web reports are included, allowing for analytics on the move with stunning visualizations at your fingertips across all areas of your data. Power BI extends the usage of our solution by simply integrating additional sources directly into Power BI without needing to spend considerable time configuring the dashboards. The solution also comes with over 100 Excel reports and dashboards out of the box to give accurate AX or NAV reports in a format that you already know and love. It is a complete solution with access to all of the data held in your AX or NAV solution across a variety of modules. In addition, we've already created some vertical solutions for retail, fashion and manufacturing, and because of the open SQL, you have the ability to create your own too. With our unique customization wizard, you can create new cubes, merge existing cubes into all new virtual cubes, and have the ability to customize the existing cubes to give all new flexibility. And you don't even need to be a SQL developer to do this. The wizard creates your SQL expressions for you. There are a variety of options giving flexibility for any budget or size of project. Take a complete solution or cherry-pick the elements that you need now with the flexibility to add more later. You have control over what you have and need. It's a server-based installation, meaning that there are no extra costs for additional users, giving you control over your budget. So what I'd like to do now is to just hand over to our CEO, to Mladen, who is going to show you some of the key features and benefits of the solution.
So let me start first with a very short technical presentation or description what we are actually doing in the background. So in my example, I have an AX database on an AX server, and this is Dynamics 365 on premises with 11,000 tables. So it's quite crowded. NAV would usually have 1,000 or 1,200 tables in standard plus additional tables for the vertical solution. And in BI4Dynamics as a tool, we select then the source, we select the companies, we select the modules that we'll be using, we select global dimensions, and run the process transformation. So this is a deploy and process task that brings all the data that we selected from our ERP into data warehouse. So usually the data warehouse, this is a database on another server which keeps this data first as a copy from Microsoft Dynamics, and also all the transformed data and tables inside. So how we do it, this is more a technical description that we will not take time for now, but we'll be just looking into the experiences. So we take from AX about 250 tables, from NAV about 200 tables, and bring them into data warehouse, do additional transformation so that we would browse not the data warehouse but the cubes. You must have heard about the cubes. These cubes give you the option to browse, let's say, cells by any measure, like by any dimension, like by customer, by date, by location, by anything that we want. We would not use the management studio, but this is just the interface to see what the data are available in our database, because as a front end we would use either Power BI, this is what I'm showing you right now, or Excel. So if I ask you what would you prefer to use, and if I just give you 2 more clicks with Excel and then go back to Power BI and click let's say one report here, then you would probably say, oh, this Power BI looks much better, we are going to use Power BI. Now, in most cases, that is true, and the Power BI is much better for visualizations and for more dashboard-like reporting. However, Excel has still some features that it is less likely that Power BI will have such or offer the same user experience, and these differences we are going to explain right now. So, going back to Excel, and if we, this is a pivot table, and if you look how much information do we offer out of the box, you are overwhelmed, because only in the sales cube we offer about 200 measures, which are different calculations or KPIs for the sales cube only, and there are about 2,000 expressions in BI4Dynamics NAV and 2,500 expression in total in Microsoft BI4Dynamics AX. So this is quite a lot. For that reason, in order not to get lost, we provide these predefined templates that we are browsing right now to address some of the best business practice, how to approach to analyze specific business process in application area. In our case, sales, we provide 25 reports for the sales for different scenarios that you may be using. And the data in Power BI are absolutely the same. So if we would look into the information here and browse the values or some attributes, they are the same because they are coming from the same source, and in our case the source is Cube, Analysis Services Engine, and Microsoft Analysis Engine with a Cube. Now the differences are the following. If let me show you one example with ad hoc reporting in Excel. Now let's say that we have a report that we notice something is not as expected. So if this is a trend, we would probably just look into this and say, okay, this is fine. We don't need to do additional analysis. But if there is some drop or a big increase, we want to see why. Now here, probably Excel is better. And let's look at a scenario where we are analyzing receivable balance. This is the smallest area. It's the easiest way to understand. And we'll bring a balance over here. And we'll analyze the aging by the due date, due analysis, like this. So let me just give some colors here to see more information, what is good and bad, and so on. Now, suddenly we say that there is a big number of, 5 million that is overdue, and this is definitely not good, because showing the data that is more than 180 days old, we would prefer these numbers to be small, and if there are some before due numbers, they can be still big, but that's not good. So let's address this issue. What do we have? So this is a scenario where Excel is very good, because simply we would just filter this particular group and bring in a date. We'll bring in to the full filter. We can go to the detail level, or if you have multiple problems behind there, we just focus first on the first dimension, that in our case would be customer, and we would sort customer, that is 180 days, maybe filter on top 10 to get the better view of this. Okay, we see it, and let's go for first we'll say what are the sales guys doing, or what are they doing, and we can see, let's say just focus, maybe it's better like this, and create a more tabular view with subtotals or without subtotals. And let's see what Annette will be doing. So let's just filter what she'll be doing. So these are Annette's customers. We'll put Annette into the filter and bring in the document, because when we are speaking about the customers, we should speak about the documents here. So first it's a document type. These are all invoices. On the next level, we have posting year and month, and on the next level, this is a document. We can have it with or without subtotals as we want, but this is the job that Annette can start right now, calling these customers and doing it. So also, if you want to say what is the priority, so call the bigger problems first, and voila. Top-down, bottom-up view. This is what we could have. Now, definitely, so this is going quite nice if we have little knowledge, the tricks in Excel that are always the same. Sure, we could do the same with Power BI, but definitely it would take us a little more effort to achieve this, because again, looking into Power BI from another perspective, how beautiful these dashboards are and how easy these dashboards are to be used, that is something that Excel cannot come closer for sure. So the main difference, as you may see, is with what is the process that we are doing, not really the role, because me as a salesperson, I would like to have the receivables overview like here, and in case I want to see some strange behavior in some of the measures, then I would go to Excel. So I would use this both. Now, definitely there is a scenario where Power BI is really a clear winner, and this is when we are using Power BI in a web usage. So for this version, you need to have a paid Power BI license, a pro version, as they call it, because the desktop is free. And this is something that will cost you $120 per user per year. And this gives you the option to enjoy the usage of data on a web, any browser. So in our scenario, this is the first most important thing in life, and the second would be analyzing your daily sales. You predefine based on the reports which exactly process you want to analyze. So this is current sales, and it opens up. You can see all the KPIs that you set up, and you just say, okay, everything is fine. We have here in improvements here. The same, you will be looking into the predefined reports. Among these, 100 reports or as many reports available, this would be already pre-set up. So just open and refresh would be and give you the information about your receivables, as well as any other report that you would be just adding on your browser as your starting point. And this all comes from a Power BI service that is available on the web. So let's just wait this to be downloaded to see receivables over a year or over some shorter period, depending on the analysis that we are doing. And the clear winner of usage Excel versus Power BI is Power BI when being used as a mobile device. So let's see an experience here. I would have a list of different workspaces. Let's just do BI4Dynamics demo. And this is a list of the dashboards on my mobile that I can see. What is important first is to see that the date is in the name of the dashboard, because I cannot enter anything here. So for example, if you want to increase this table, I just click it here and I see all the lines here. And the same if some chart is not showing immediately, we have all the details right here. So this is working really good, and for the investment, this is a really good BI tool. Works stable, gives you good features, and gives you all information on the mobile. And it's predefined, and you can change it. So if you are going to look into more strategical view, then you would select another dashboard. This is our recommendation, where you would looking probably the similarly designed dashboards, but visuals actually, I'm sorry, but the time dimension is here, either month or year, depending on the setup. Okay, so this would be actually the wrap up for the mobile and the web. Excel is the king, there is no doubt about that. But for desktop usage, regardless that Power BI is free and Excel is already probably you have it, so the cost is not a criteria to select one, is users in Excel would probably be focused more on managing tables, while users in Power BI will be using dashboards. So the usage is defined by process. So if you're doing the ad hoc reporting or looking for some exceptions, then Excel is the tool to go. But if you are using more predefined reports, we could not say static because they are interactive, and to check the trends, then the Power BI is the right tool. So the profile of the person, like product manager, can use either this or that tool. But it is true that more the a profile of the employees are in the operational role, then there are more lining toward Excel, and there are more strategic management role, there are more lining toward the Power BI.
Thank you, Mladen. Really appreciate the overview, and hopefully what everybody's been able to see is just how flexible this solution really is. What we've been able to show so far is the absolute power of BI4Dynamics sitting across those two very strong analytics tools. Just by way of wrapping up, what I'd like to do now is just say to you, what's next? There are several different options that we have in terms of what we can and can't do for you. The first thing that we would recommend is, why not go for a risk-free 30-day trial of our solution by visiting our website. In the trial, you're going to be able to get all of the OLAP cubes for all of the application areas, Excel reports for all of the application areas, and those important Power BI reports and dashboards. We'll also provide you with documentation and then help you with installation over your data. We'll also then walk you through your data, which is usually a session that will be about an hour or so, just so that you get a full handle on exactly what you can and can't do. There are no limitations. It really is your data on our solution. No limitations for a full 30 days. What we believe is that after that 30-day period, you will certainly get a flavor for exactly what you can do with this great solution. So that's your option. That's a screen grab from our website. So very easy to see that there's that free trial button on the website. Go onto that and take it. We're at www.bi4dynamics.com. In our next webinar, we're going to explore the more technical aspects of the solution and show you really how that data structure is used to interrogate your data. So for today's one, thanks very much for your time, and we look forward to speaking to you again soon.